Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I Man here from the Block Runner. We're back after 4 or 5 days of like taking a break, I guess. And we're
A break, but not really a break. We're not like out on some beachfront, like chilling. You know what I mean?
a
So
break.
not like a real break.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
break from like this channel for sure. But we're gonna talk about Polygon, formerly known as MATIC. We're gonna talk about Sandeep, and we have a resurgence of Bitcoin, dude. We thought it was gonna die, right?
Never. What do you mean? You thought that. I
Yeah.
mean, it's respecting your meme boxes at least.
Yeah.
You know.
So actually, this meme box was really just to measure the drop, and we saw a 26% drop. And
Mm.
so, as big as that sounds, it's nothing compared to what we saw in 2017 multiple times. We saw 36 to 40% losses multiple times in 2017.
So what you're saying is like
This is
what's his name? Plan B? Or is that his name?
yeah,
The Bitcoin guy with all the great the Oracle visions and stuff, what's coming in the future.
yeah,
It's true what he's saying. Like as the cycles continue on, the less volatile Bitcoin becomes, right?
that's right.
So like these up and down swings they're condensing over time.
Yeah, we look back at a 2017 run fondly, but we tend to forget these 40% losses that at the time hurt like hell.
Yeah, they did, and these still hurt, but not so much. The guys who lived through those 40% dumps. This feels mild in comparison, but it feels I don't know. It looks more
The magnitude,
terrifying.
yeah, the
Yeah.
magnitude is bigger because now that the numbers are much higher, a 20% loss is like 10 grand or 15 grand, you know?
Yeah, so like from a psychological perspective, it looks like the sky is falling,
Yeah,
right? But
that's right.
that's why you make these meme boxes so you can actually see
Yeah, get
this
some
is all healthy.
perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, this is all normal.
Yeah. So we recently saw this dip, and a lot of people took advantage of it and they bought. And now look at this. Look at these green candles, right?
Yeah, that is a very bullish looking reversal pattern, I would say.
Yes, for sure.
I think any technical analysis guy is probably creaming at the sight of these like big green candles. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, but there's nothing more green than Polygon. I mean, these guys are just straight dominating everything.
Yeah,
So
the whole ecosystem in general, right? Them and Quickswap and
AAVE,
now like this whole booming ecosystem that's integrating, there's definitely a movement happening here to layer two.
yeah, yeah. So we're looking at a 16% increase on the day, but if you look at the last 90 days, I mean, they're like several 3x, no, more than that. Dude, in 90 days, dude, it went from 3 cents to 60 cents.
Really?
That's a 20x.
Okay. So essentially from the start of the year, about
Yeah.
just about.
February till now, it's a 60x, 20x, sorry.
Yeah, man. And just looking at the chart, Matic isn't behaving, or not Matic, Polygon, it's not behaving in correlation to the rest of the market, right? I don't see any down swings here.
It's
Mostly
true.
up movement and sideways, consolidation,
Yeah.
which is extremely bullish
Yes.
looking.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what you would typically do here is wait for another correction as it settles, and then you start thinking about going in.
Yeah, find your entry. But the point of, observing what's going on in the layer two ecosystem for Polygon is to not only just kind of project where the whole ecosystem's heading, right? And make a speculative assessment based on that. But just like when we cover all these blockchain ecosystems, right? There's over 100 of them now. How do you pick and choose which one to vest yourself into?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, like layer two, it's essentially another blockchain, right? So you're going to have new projects emerge from this new blockchain, just like you would see on Cardano or Solana, Polkadot, whatever, right? So you want to catch those as early as you can, right?
For sure.
Sort of like QuickSwap.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw Quickswap at $1, and if you take a look at what it's doing now, it is in the grand reveal $728.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
Unfreaking real. So sadly, we didn't get even a small taste of that, unfortunately. But if you join the Discord, a lot of our members in that Discord,
They
they
did.
were sounding the alarm bells at $1, right?
Yeah, they were.
So I mean, if you're in there, you're hanging out with those guys, sharing information. You never know like what gem they'll find next.
Yeah. I mean, what if this was $1? What would be the market cap? I mean, we're looking at like 50 grand,
Something
100 grand.
totally non-relevant, right? It's
Yeah.
just
It's like a
they did
microscope.
exactly what I just said though. Like they understood the value of the layer two ecosystem. So as soon as they found something leveraging that layer two environment, they're bringing liquidity to it, right? That's what Quickswap does.
Yeah.
So why not take that gamble, right? You don't go all in on something that's speculative. I mean, some people probably would.
Yeah.
But even if you just dabbled like a few $100, you're talking a 700x, dude.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. How do you know that never happens?
Yeah. Yeah.
Rarely. Yeah.
Yeah, but man, that was so early. That was so like sketchy too.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is. All right, so let's take a look at what's been going on with Polygon. So they've made I mean, if you go to their Twitter account and you just like see what they're doing, every single couple of hours, there's always an announcement that they're making, right? For this one's like a Polygon bridge called Rubik, and they have CryptoKek, which is implemented the next network exchange, high quality, fast, ad free charting app. I mean, you just go through this entire list here. There's NFT Bank. We interviewed
we know those guys.
Yeah, we interviewed them a couple of months ago.
Yeah, they're building a solid what would you call it? Like kind of like the CoinGecko for NFTs, right?
Yeah.
I think something similar to that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're also trying to predict the value of the amount of NFTs that you're holding. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. And now they're on Polygon.
Very cool.
And
so congrats to them.
Yeah, a couple retweets, Opium. So yeah, I mean, just go down the list. I mean, you'll see projects that you've never heard of and projects that you have heard of. Everybody's going to second layer. And we speculated at one point that eventually all the projects would be going through optimistic rollups or any other second layer solutions. But now that Polygon has like taken the second layer crown from pretty much everybody, it seems like everybody's going to Polygon now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big names now like AAVE, and we talked about it like a month ago when they first announced it. But now there's solid evidence to prove what everybody was assuming at that time. Like as soon as AAVE and these big DeFi protocols merge into the second layer,
yep,
the users will follow, right? So there's already billions of dollars getting locked into this ecosystem because of that.
Yeah, so this is one of the co-founders of Polygon, and so he's saying here that $1 billion in liquidity, which is measured in 7,000 users on a single application in 10 days after the launch, $1 billion locked on the AAVE Polygon market. So that's huge. And I remember when
like yesterday or 2 days ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like double that now.
Yeah.
So it's going through like some kind of exponential, right? Like TVL experience, similar to what DeFi did in the early days, right? It just went exponential.
Yeah. I remember we were covering DeFi in, what was it, 2019 and 2020? And we were looking at it, and it was at $1 billion total value locked. All of DeFi, $1 billion. And
yeah, I remember that. We were like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we were like speculating. I was like, man, do you think it's going to crash from here? It was like, probably. And then
I think it kind of did, right?
And it did a little bit. I think it kind of retraced like maybe 20%, and then it just like went ham.
Yeah, it just kept going. It was a small little moment, I guess, for everyone to catch their breath, and like because things were getting way out of control. You know, kind of like what you're seeing with the whole safe moon mania, where like, dude, there's like 1,000 different moons now, like moon coins.
Yeah.
You saw the same thing last year with like the food coins. You know what I mean? So shit was getting out of control.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, that's when SushiSwap was like speculative and like super. I guess we were wondering whether SushiSwap would be like a staple in the DeFi space after looking at like 10,000% yields. But obviously, it ended up sticking around, and now it's on Coinbase. But the same thing's happening with everything that's going on with Polygon. We're gonna see a lot more of these projects like jumping on, and there's huge opportunities like to stay on top of what's going on with Polygon. And so it's better to find these before Polygon makes that announcement. But that's part of why we're here.
100%. Yeah, you definitely want to catch them before they integrate. So to add on top of that, you know, we are working on a couple of projects, and yeah,
that's right.
MATIC Polygon Layer 2 is our desired destination for deployment. You know what I mean? So
that's right.
We've done the due diligence and the research, and that's the favorable environment right now to launch any kind of blockchain ecosystem. You know what I mean? The user base is demanding it. You know, the logistics of it makes sense in the sense that it is an ecosystem where you can deliver like a good, solid user experience that like we're kind of used to, right? Like And
Yeah,
there's some additional tooling that still needs to be implemented to like give us like that truly 100% gasless experience, right?
that's right.
Like
That's right.
it's even though you're on Polygon, there's still a fraction of gas you have to interact with, right?
Yeah, and typically what happens with that fraction of gas, I think the project ends up paying the gas for the entire community. And so
Mm.
it just becomes part of the expense, which it's acceptable. I mean, because
Yeah,
remember we're talking about how MATIC onboards their users and gives them one MATIC or a few MATIC to pay for gas fees, and
yeah,
it doesn't cost them anything, right? So the customer
right.
acquisition cost is nearly zero, and then you increase like the user experience because now the users aren't dealing with gas.
Exactly. And they
So
don't have to deal with the whole swapping of assets part, going through these bridges.
yeah.
Just come onto our network. We'll handle all that, noise for you guys,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, because imagine if you're trying to get onto the MATIC network or Polygon network, and you need to go buy MATIC, and spending $1 worth of MATIC is going to cost you so much money, right? Because of gas fees, and then
Mhm.
on top of that, you only need like a fraction of a MATIC in order to complete a transaction. So they might as well just send it to you, and then you can just kind of move on.
Totally.
So yeah, and then so we're looking at this Cointelegraph announcement here. Polygon jumps ahead as a race for layer 2. So obviously people are picking up on this, and Polygon is becoming like the de facto layer 2 standard. And then like we mentioned, AAVE, and the total value locked here is just at the very beginning. So if you're watching this right now, it's still like extremely early. It's just a
Yeah.
matter of picking your horse and riding it through. But
That's
yeah,
fair.
there's a huge opportunity here.
Yeah. So like the speculative takeaway is like, we're identifying now that these initial assumptions that layer two is going to be this big, groundbreaking catalyst for crypto, at least on the Ethereum ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
So extrapolate from here. If this trend continues, a billion, 2 billion locked up is going to be small in comparison to like whenever you see the majority of Ethereum, NFTs, DeFi, whatever, integrating into this sector. So
Yeah.
we're talking 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 billion potentially, So what's
Yeah.
that going to do
Easy.
to the value of Polygon and all the projects associated with it?
Yeah.
It's going to
Yeah.
be
This
good.
is this is the accessible version of. Remember how we look at Binance Smart Chain and everything on Binance Smart Chain is doing like 100x. Well,
Yeah.
we're having that equivalent experience here with Polygon. And
1,000%, dude. Yeah, that's
yeah.
so important to make that correlation. Because yeah, a lot of us kind of missed out on that Binance uprising, right? Like Binance was largely kind of quiet
Yeah.
until it just came out of nowhere.
Well,
And
that's because we're in the greatest country in the world, I man.
yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
if we weren't barred from participation, we probably would have noticed a lot sooner,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest dilemma. But like, yeah, luckily MATIC is a completely open ecosystem, right?
Right.
There's no
Right.
KYC restrictions to like participating on their dexes and whatnot. So
That's how
should
we like
be
it.
that's how we like it. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, and the fearless leader that is Sandeep of Polygon, he's talking about India. India right now is going through a major apocalypse with COVID, and so he's starting a relief fund for donating to India to help them get out of this like funk that they're in.
Yeah, getting serious. I mean, COVID's always been serious, but I mean, what's happening now in India, I guess, I think it's so serious to the fact because there's not much hope for them to pull themselves out of this situation like there was in like the United States or something like that, right? United States, we pumped trillions of dollars into our own economy
Yeah,
to kind of get ourselves out of this
and
mess.
there's
You know what I mean?
potentially trillions more coming through.
Yeah, exactly. Not so most countries don't have this luxury of like that burr machine,
Yeah,
just printing nonstop.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, this is a good initiative, man. This is very needed. It's good to see. And yeah, Sandeep, the great, what do we call him? Scalability Jesus.
Yeah.
He really is acting like Jesus. So
Yeah.
he's out there saving the world.
Yeah, so it says here, just to give you some numbers and perspective, India right now is averaging 350,000 new infections per day and nearly 3,000 deaths per day. And
Hmm.
so total so far have 198,000 deaths. So if you look at India, I mean, their entire infrastructure is completely crowded. Their transportation network is obviously completely crowded as well. So everybody's on top of each other. Even if you're wearing masks, you still got to breathe the air anyways, and it's gonna get through regardless. So it is a major problem, and Sandeep is doing his part to try to get some help over there. And so all the links here will be in the description. Definitely donate if you can. They're dealing with a huge problem, and so yeah, let's try to help our community members get out of this as best we can.
Hell yeah! And what better community to showcase the power of like collective, I guess, force than the crypto one, right? That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
crypto. It's all about forming communities and collectively like making things happen, right?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that covers the video for today. Yeah, let us know. I mean, if you guys are in Polygon, and let us know what you think about it. Do you have projects in Polygon's ecosystem that you want us to take a look at, or you're part of? Like, subscribe. Let us know what you think of everything we talked about today. Follow us on Twitter at The Block Runner and also at MetaZone.io, and we will catch you in the next video.
Yeah, and follow us at Ethermon.io as well, because yeah, that is the project that I slightly hinted at. That well, yeah, we are working on Ethermon, so that's the project we're talking about. Follow them.
Yeah, definitely Ethermon. So it's at Ethermon_NFT.
Okay, yeah.
All right, guys, appreciate it, and catch you in the next video.
Peace.